Hey y'all, it's Melissa, and I have some very, very important news to share with you, but it's bad news, which is that everyday feminism is literally on the verge of shutting down. Like literally, we might shut down.
Yeah, I don't think the repeated use of literally was really needed here. Like, have you ever heard someone say we might be figuratively shutting down? We could be going out of business metaphorically?
So in case you didn't know, I work as managing editor at Everyday Feminism. Everyday Feminism is the largest independent feminist media site in the world with an audience of millions of people.
No, I didn't know you were managing editor of Everyday Feminism, the largest independent feminist media website in the world with an audience of millions of people, which is literally on the verge of shutting down. Impressive.
And what we do as an educational platform is help people break down and stand up to everyday oppression, which is like super important.
Right. Just not like super important enough to make money.
Unfortunately, independent feminist media is really hard to keep financially sustainable, especially in the time of like attacks on free speech and fake news and just Donald Trump in general.
Come on, Melissa. How have attacks on free speech and fake news and Donald Trump in general affected everyday feminism's cash flow? As an outsider looking in, I'd put the failure of your website down to the utter bullshit that it promotes as factual information. For example.
Because that's not racism. Prejudice, yes, but that's not racism. Prejudice is not racism.
Prejudice is not a word.
I've already talked about how gender is much more like a spectrum than a binary, and I'll link to that video down below in the description. But sex is also more like a spectrum than a binary.
No, sex is a binary. It's not a spectrum.
So unsurprisingly, a lot of independent feminist media sites are struggling financially. And now that's happening to everyday feminism, which like totally sucks. And when I say we're struggling financially, I mean like for real, we may not be able to exist after the month of May.
For real?
So we really need to hashtag save EF. Why? Well, we need to save EF because literally white supremacists are in power.
Oh, and how will they ever change their white supremacist ways without your Healing from Toxic Whiteness program?
While white people are not inherently or inevitably racist, they are all raised in societies built on systemic racism and have been bombarded since birth with conflicting messages that teach them to think and act in racist ways that personally benefit them at the expense of communities of colour. View these racist behaviours as either racially neutral or even actively anti-racist, like being colourblind. Believe that since they don't personally benefit or intentionally engage in racism, that they have no personal responsibility to do anything to end it. Not notice how our society is structured so that white people are seen as full human beings and treated as normal, while people of colour are seen as stereotypes and treated as less than. Believe that being racist is one of the worst things that you can be, in order to scare them from acknowledging the racism inside of them. This means the question needs to shift from am I a racist to how will I work towards undoing the racism I was raised with and have internalised.
And it's that simple. Unsure of whether or not you're a bit racist? Well, come on in and let us help. We guarantee absolute certainty that you're a horrible racist cunt.
We don't have any nigger lovers here.
So gay.
We need to save EF because people are waking up to what it means to protest and resist for the first time ever. We need to save EF because marginalized people need healing and liberation. We need to save EF because you shouldn't live in a world now or ever when independent feminist media doesn't exist.
We need to save EF because they're a great source of crazy retarded fuckheads that are really fun to point and laugh at.
So okay, have I convinced you that it's absolutely necessary that we save everyday feminism? Awesome. Here's what you can do. 1, you can donate to us. Please, every dollar counts, please, using the link right here. Or if that's not an option for you, you can use the hashtag, what is it? SaveEF.
I will opt for the hashtag. I will promote this video using the SaveEF hashtag.
Because honestly, fuck this.
I agree, fuck this.
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
I mean, what kind of retard films in vertical mode in current year 2017?
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
Fuck this.
Give me better times.